Some secrets are buried for a reason. Some doors should never be opened. The snow fell silently on Bahnhofstrasse that morning, covering Zurich's financial district in a blanket of deceptive peace. Inside the towering glass building of Credit Union Suisse, CEO Martin Weber stood before his executive board with a decision that would cost him his life. "Gentlemen," he announced, adjusting his wire-rimmed glasses, "after 79 years, we're opening Vault 47B." The room fell silent. Everyone knew the legend. The mysterious German businessman who had rented the safety deposit box in April 1945, just weeks before Hitler's death, had never returned. No heirs, no claim, just silence stretching across 8 decades. Swiss law was clear. After this many years, the bank had every right to access abandoned property. But law and wisdom are rarely the same thing. 3 levels below the marble lobby, past biometric scanners and steel doors thick enough to survive a nuclear blast, the vault waited. Martin's footsteps echoed in the underground chamber as maintenance workers cut through the ancient lock. The air down here tasted different, stale, heavy with secrets that had fermented in darkness. Water dripped from limestone walls, each drop marking time like a funeral drum. When the door finally groaned open, the 21st century collided with the Third Reich. Gold bars stamped with Nazi eagles gleamed under LED lights, dozens of them, representing fortunes stolen from Jewish families, melted down wedding rings, and looted national treasury. But it was the artifact, nestled among the gold, that made Martin's blood run cold. The statue was carved from black stone, so dark it seemed to absorb light. Strange symbols covered its surface, not Germanic runes, but something older, something that predated European civilization entirely. It depicted a figure with too many arms, each hand holding a different instrument of death. The craftsmanship was extraordinary, and despite being entombed for decades, not a speck of dust marred its surface. "My God," whispered Klaus, Martin's ambitious young assistant. "Do you know what this is worth?" Martin reached out, his fingers trembling with a collector's greed. The moment his skin made contact with the stone, ice flooded his veins, his vision blurred. For just a second, he saw something impossible. A mountain monastery burning, monks screaming, and SS officers loading crates onto trucks, while Tibet's peaks watched in eternal judgment. Then the vision vanished, leaving only a crushing pressure in his chest. "Sir, are you all right?" Klaus grabbed his arm. "Fine," Martin lied, pulling his hand back. "Just the air down here." But he wasn't fine. That night, alone in his lakeside villa, Martin felt his heart becoming a fist that refused to unclench. By morning, the headline would read, "Swiss banking giant dies suddenly at 58. Klaus took over the investigation of the vault's content. He wore gloves this time. He wasn't stupid, but curiosity is its own kind of curse. He lifted the statue to examine the base, searching for markings that might reveal its origin. Through the latex, he felt an unnatural cold. 3 days later, Klaus drove his Mercedes into Lake Zurich at full speed. No skid marks. No explanation. The security guard who inventoried the gold was next, then the appraiser, then the lawyer handling Martin's estate. 5 deaths in 2 weeks, each one medically explainable: heart attack, suicide, stroke, sudden aneurysm. Yet the pattern was undeniable. The Swiss Federal Police sealed the vault and called in Dr. Anna Hoffmann, a historian specializing in Nazi plunder. Anna arrived with a radiation detector and 70 years of academic skepticism. She didn't believe in curses. She believed in evidence. But the evidence she found chilled her more than any ghost story could. The statue originated in Tibet, she explained to the assembled investigators, her laptop displaying photographs of a destroyed monastery, 1938. Himmler sent an expedition to find proof of Aryan superiority in ancient Asian civilization. They found this instead in a place the locals called the Temple of Necessary Death. The monks guarded it for centuries, claiming it was created to teach kings the cost of violence. When the SS tried to take it, 23 soldiers died within a month. The survivors sealed it in this vault and never spoke of it again. But the deaths there has to be a rational explanation, the police commissioner insisted. Anna nodded grimly. There is. The stone is laced with thallium compounds and low-level radioactive thorium. Both were used in ancient dyes and preservation technique. Over centuries, they concentrated in the statue's pores. Anyone handling it absorbs poison through skin contact. The Nazis didn't understand what they'd stolen. They just knew it killed. So it's not cursed, someone said, relief flooding their voice. The poison explains the death, Anna replied carefully. It doesn't explain why each victim reported the same vision before dying: a burning temple, screaming monks, and a voice asking them in a language they'd never learned. What did you pay for this gold? The statue was sealed in a lead-lined container and transported under armed guard to a classified facility outside Geneva, where it joined thousands of other Nazi-looted artifacts, too dangerous or too controversial to return. The gold was traced back to Hungarian and Polish Jewish family. Most had no surviving heirs. Vault 47B was professionally decontaminated, its walls scrubbed and repainted. The bank tried to rent it again, but no one would take it. Even with a 50% discount, even with assurances from toxicology experts, the vault remained empty because money can't buy back a reputation, and no amount of gold is worth the weight of the dead. On quiet nights, when the bank is closed and the city sleeps under its blanket of snow, security guards swear they hear something from 3 levels down. Not the hum of ventilation or the click of electronic locks, but a sound like coins being counted by patient, invisible hands. They never investigate. They've learned that some doors, once opened, can never truly be closed again. And somewhere in Geneva, in a vault far deeper than the one in Zurich, the black statue waits in its lead coffin. The scientists study it through cameras and remote sensors, documenting every molecule of poison and radiation. But they cannot explain why. On the anniversary of the monastery's destruction, the temperature in the sealed room drops by exactly 7 degrees. Or why the security footage occasionally captures a shadow passing before the statue, a shadow wearing the robes of a Tibetan monk, forever standing guard over a weapon that was never meant to leave his mountain. The gold has been returned, the vault has been cleansed, but some thefts can never be forgiven, and some prices are paid in something far more valuable than currency. Dr. Anna Hoffman returned the statue to Tibet. A lone monk waited at the monastery ruin. He lifted the black stone with bare hands, no protection, no fear. "This was never cursed," he said quietly. "It's a mirror. Greed killed them, not poison. You survived because you chose to return it." He placed the statue on its ancient pedestal. When Anna looked back, he had vanished. The weight on her chest disappeared. The vault was sealed forever. The bank demolished. But on quiet nights in Zurich, people still hear coins counting beneath the earth, a reminder that some thefts can never truly be forgotten. And in Tibet, 23 monks walk the monastery at night, their vigil finally complete. What you steal, you carry forever. What you return sets you free.